Welcome back. Let's get a winner. 32. Don't you love that?
Hello, all you wonderful roulette players. Welcome back to the channel. And as always, thank you for taking the time. So today we've got a strategy that was sent in by Chuck, who's an ex-fireman from back east. He's also a big poker player. And with that, typically you need a strategic mind to be any good at that. Thanks, Chuck, for allowing us to play your strategy out. He calls it willpower or judgment. And trust me, you need a bit of both to be successful, especially when you're playing roulette, because you know as well as I do how many times making the right call at the right time makes all the difference in the world. $500 bankroll and $50 to $100 per session. No reset is necessary on this, guys. That is the different part of it. You can play this all day if that's what you want to do, because in this case scenario, you're always moving. You're never in one position for too long. So with that, let's get going. This strategy is going to be based mainly on the last two numbers that roll. I'm writing them down so that we can keep track of them. Hopefully you can see it this time, because I think on my previous video it was very hard to see. I've got a $500 bankroll here. 400 in green, 80 in red, and 20 in white. There's going to be parts of this that are going to be played on the outside. Then we have the option of going inside as and when we lose on a particular bet. Now that inside bet will have corners, a split, and of course we're going to be betting we're going to be betting the basket as well. So it's going to have pretty much everything involved here, guys. So not much to remember really. Just there's a bit of a learning curve, but you'll pick it up, I'm sure, really quickly. This has been very successful for me this week. I've been playing it since Sunday of last. Today is Thursday. So Chuck allowed me a chance to FaceTime him, and I saw his online account and how successful he's been playing this strategy. The one thing he says, do not chase. On this roulette, on this strategy, we do no chasing. No chasing, guys. I can't say that enough. Okay, with that said, let's get to it. So the last two numbers, guys, have been 23 and 35, but I'm going to go ahead and spin again because 27 came up as well. I'm going to put down 27. So I'm going to use this number as the final number that's just come out. Move it over there. And we'll use those last two numbers, 27 red, and whatever this number will be, 7 red. Okay, so what do they have in common? They're both odd numbers, okay? One's high, one's low. They are both red numbers. So now we've got a bit of a tie. They're odd and they're red. Whenever you get a tie situation where there are two things, that's when you bet high or low. Okay? Now in this case scenario, it's your choice. You could go high or low because the last number was 7. I probably will go high. So with that, I'm going to put $5 on the high. Because we had a tie situation, they were both odd and they were both red. That's a tie. I'm going to go high because the last number was low. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's get going. I'm going to try to get as many spins in here as possible because I really would like to try and get to 50 to 100 in a reasonable amount of time. Now with this strategy, you've got to be willing to grind it out. That's why I'm trying to get as many spins in as possible, because I don't know if I can do it in 10-15 minutes. So 8. All right. That's obviously no good for us. 8 black. So we lose $5. No big deal. Now, when you lose a high and low bet, only on high and low. Whenever you lose a high and low bet, you have the option to go inside. That's the one thing I really like about Chuck's strategy here. So I'm going to stay high for $5, and I'm going to take $6 and bet inside here, just like so. You got $5 just as you see it. You got a split and the 4 corners on the high. And you're also going to put $1 on the basket. If you win the basket, you're going to win $1. It's not much money, but at least you're covering the greens, okay? Now, if we were down the bottom here, I would bet the corners and the split, but I'd also have that basket there. So that's what happens when you lose a high-low bet. But that's the only time you come inside is when you lose that high-low bet. Okay, with that said, let's get going. All right, hopefully we can get a 29 or 32. That would be the perfect case scenario. But I'll take a 26 and I'll take a 35 too. So anything in that center column there on that third dozen would be awesome. 18, didn't get lucky, no big deal. 18, I'm going to write it down. Now, Chuck does mention you do have the option here, and it is a judgment call that you make. You can double up. Now, again, it was a low number, right? So you never know, right? It could go high, it could go low, you don't know. It's a judgment call. We just lost 11 bucks. I'm going to give up that $11, and I'm going to double up one time. I'm not going to double up anymore. And again, this is a judgment call. If you're not feeling lucky, go back to the grind. You would go back to 18 and 8 and see what they had in common. They're both even numbers, and you would bet on the odd for 5 bucks. You would go back to base. But if you choose, you can double up one time. But don't get so far that you're chasing. That's the key. Let's go ahead and spin it one more time, and hopefully we can get a positive number. Something down the bottom here would be perfect. But if you lose, it's not a big deal. Getting behind like this is not a big deal. You will grind it out and it will turn out to be a winner. 19, okay. No such luck, right? Except we did get this one here. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting, because technically it's a push, right? We win 10 bucks, but as you can see here, we're going to lose a little bit of money. We got $10 here. We're going to lose $2. Because you technically pushed, you lose 2 bucks. You can replace that. And as Chuck says, you can go again because it's a push, essentially. It's not because you lose 2 bucks, but it's close enough that you can justify going again to get the jackpot number. Because if you get one of those jackpot numbers, it really pays off well. So with that said, I'm going to go again. We got lucky. We got a 19. We got a high number. So we get to go again. And hopefully this time we can get even a higher number. So I'm hoping I'm explaining that correctly, guys. Or at least well enough that you get the gist. I know there's a few moving parts here, but trust me, once you've been doing it a while, it will come together for you. Again, it's a 20. We love 20. It's a high number, not quite high enough, but we lose another $2, right? Because of that. No big deal. It gives us another chance to get that jackpot number. So let's go again. We were right next door to 32. Did you see that? That would have been beautiful, but that's okay. It gives you, because it's a high number, it gives you one more chance to get the goal here, which is getting those jackpot numbers. So give us a big number. 1. Okay, it couldn't be any worse, right? It really couldn't. 1 is not a great number, and we lose across the board. No big deal. We start out with a deficit. All right, so with that, we go back to the grind, because that's what it's going to be now. 1 and 20, they're odd. Sorry, one's odd, one's even. One's red, one's black. There's nothing there. So we go back to high or low. Last number was low. So we're going to put $5 on the 19 to 36. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's get back to it. Now, if we lose this bet, we get a chance to go back inside again. But let's wait and see. We've had kind of a mixture of numbers here, so I really don't know which way it's going to go. 32. Guys, you know as well as I do, that 32 one spin ago would have meant the world to us. But it's still a winner. We still pick up $5. Thank you very much. We'll take that. 32 is the winner. I'm going to put it right over there. Now these are both red numbers. So I'm going to go black for $5. Just using the last two numbers and going based on that. One was odd, one was even, so they didn't have that in common. They were both extremes, but the one thing they do have in common is they were both red numbers. So we're betting black, and hopefully we can get some easy winners here. 5. Nope. No easy winners yet. We lose 5. And again, we're going to double up one time. Okay, because they're both red numbers. One's odd, one's even. And hopefully we can get a black number. Come on, give it to us. You're making us really work this morning. A lot of times I'm getting winner, winner, winner. 16. Wow, guys, we are really being challenged here. So that's a loser. Now, again, if you were in session profit and you were up, a couple of $100, as Chuck says, you may be inclined to do it one more time, okay? But we're not, so I'm not going to. 16, red. So the last two numbers are both low. They're both low numbers, 1 to 18, and they're both red. So we've got a tie situation. So with that, I'm going high, and hopefully we can get it as a winner. So we'll see what happens. Again, you're not chasing, guys. You do get a chance to double up, but if that doesn't work, you come back down to base. One thing at a time. 15 black. All right, well, that isn't working for us either. We lose, and what happens when we lose the high-low? We go straight to the inside, remember? I'm going to take some white. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then, of course, we're going to put the basket. Remember, whenever we lose the high-low, we go inside. Hopefully, we can get that 32 that we were looking for earlier, or a 29, or a 26, or anything in this third dozen would be beautiful. Again, we're still working with the first 100 of our bankroll. So 35. Look at that. Occasionally you get lucky. 35 is a great winner. It's not the perfect case scenario, but it's still a great one. So we lose these 3, but we're going to get paid here. So we get paid 1 to 1. Then we get paid $16 over here. Right? You've got 8 and 16. Beautiful. Love that. So that's a nice hit, guys. We come down. That's a nice winner. We'll take it. So with that 35 black, a couple of moving parts here, guys. So you got to kind of stay on your feet here. So we got 16 odd, even. We don't really have anything in common here. Okay, 35 black and 16 red. So when that happens, you go high low, high low. So that is a loser as well. So we've got nothing in common. So we're going to go high low for, and we're going to go, because it was high, we're going to go low for 1 to 18. And let's go ahead and spin again. I'm going to try and get as many spins in as possible. Sorry, guys. What the heck am I doing? There you go. Trying to get the right speed there. 1 to 18. Hopefully we can get a low number. If we lose, we get to go inside again, which I'm always looking forward to, quite frankly. So we're 14 minutes into the video. 35, yes. Okay, so we lose. I shouldn't be that excited about a loss. 35 was the last number. So that was a back-to-back 35. Yes, I know what you're thinking. I should have left it out there. No big deal. So now we're going to go just like this. I'm going to take some more white. Okay, just like that. And go on the basket. Hopefully we can get a nice low number. And it will be a 5, 8 would be ideal. But I'll even take a 2. Because that'll be a winner as well. So any low number would be amazing. But if you can manage to squeeze out a 5, that would be amazing. 24. No such luck. No big deal. And it's a big number too, so we don't even get a chance to do it again. Because sometimes if it had been a low number like 14, it would have been a push, right? We would have lost $1 on it. That would have allowed us to stay out there. However, we just lost 11 bucks. Chuck does say that when you get to this point, you do have the option to double up one time. Not 2 times, just once. So I'm going to go just like as Chuck mentioned, taking some more white. And now we have just doubled up. If we lose this, guys, we go back to the base. We go back to looking at the last 2 numbers and make that work. It's going to be a grind, but we knew that coming in. Sooner or later, you get those jackpot numbers and they work for you. I'm just cleaning up a little bit, make it look a little less to overcome. Again, we've still got, we're only 80 bucks, well, 70 bucks, $70 down. That's not so bad. Great number, because we finally get kind of a jackpot number. This would be true jackpot. This is all good. So with that, I'm going to bring those down because those are losses. We win 10 bucks here. Thank you. And then we win $16 here. So that's a nice win, guys. That's a nice win. We'll take it. That's why those double ups sometimes really pay off. So 4. So with that, I'm trying to move a little bit faster here, guys, to get to more spins in, because we've got a little bit to overcome. And of course, I want to put 50 bucks in the profit tray. So 4 was the last number. 4 and 35. They're both black. Other than that, I don't really see anything else in common. So I'm going to go red. I'm going red. And hopefully we can get some good numbers. We are probably about 40 bucks down. So we got a little bit to work on here. Hopefully we can get some winners. 11. Wow. So we lose 5 bucks because of the red. No big deal. So we've got 11. So we've got 2 black numbers. So we could very easily justify what they're both low numbers too, guys. So we've got a tie. We've got 2 low numbers and also they're both black. Whenever you've got a tie, you go high-low. So with that, I'm going to go high because both the numbers have been low. Let's get going. And hopefully you get a chance to go inside. Because that's the nice thing about this is I'm kind of half hoping that we lose this. So I get a chance to go inside to get a jackpot number. But if you win, hey, it's another 5 bucks coming back to you. It's a grind. Be ready to grind it out. It's 35. We'll take it. It's a $5 winner. Thank you. 35. Now, they're all black numbers. So guess what I'm doing? I'm going straight to the red. Okay? All black. Now, the last 2 are odd numbers, right? You got 11 and 35. It's a judgment. Coming back down to judgment again. What do you want to do? You want to go back to high and low because we do kind of have both black numbers and they're both odd. You could very easily justify and go high to low. I'm going to go red. The reason I'm going to go red is because the 3rd and 4th and 5th number have all been black. So that's the reason I'm deciding to make a judgment on it. And hopefully I can be right. Otherwise, I could have very easily have gone 1 to 18. But right now, I just want to get back to the grindstone because we've got some losses to overcome. 29 black. Wow. All right, so it's a loss. I'm going to do 1 double up. Okay, because we're allowed to do 1 double up with this strategy. And hopefully we can get a little lucky here. Make a note. It is one of those that you can sit there all day doing though, guys. 14. Finally got a little lucky there. 14. So we win 10 bucks. Nice. Put that back in the tray. 14. Do we have anything in common? 14 and 29. red, black, even, odd. Nope, nothing in common. So I'm going to go 1 to 19 because 14 is a low number. Whenever you don't have anything to work with, you always go back to high-low. And I like high-low because every now and again you will lose one and you get to go inside. I love going inside, actually, guys. I know it's kind of a risky move, but I love hitting those jackpot numbers because I can get all that back in one hit. 5. Okay, good. I know what you're thinking. How can you wish for a loss? Well, it is a loss. No worries. We go straight to $5 there, and then, as you saw last time, straight to inside, and we've got $11 in play. And hopefully we can get one of the wonderful jackpot numbers. But anything in this third dozen is a winner for us. So hopefully we can get lucky. We'll see. It's a grind though, guys. Oh, 7. You son of a gun. So close to an amazing number. That's okay. It's a loser. We just lost 11 bucks. As I've mentioned before, you get a chance to double up. That's the beautiful thing about the inside bet. But if we lose this one, we're done. We'll go back to the grindstone. Back to the grindstone if we lose this one, guys. You only get 2 chances at it. You'll get more chances, trust me. And as long as you keep grinding it out, eventually you will get your winner. I know it doesn't look like it, but it will happen, I promise you. 18 red. So that was horrible for us. It's even a low number, so we lose that one as well. No big deal. So 18 and 5, they're both red. So let's go black. Go back down to base. I know it does take a little bit of time. My phone's running out of juice here a little bit, so I have to be a little bit conscious of that. So hopefully it doesn't just turn off on me. Come on, let's get some winners here so we can get back into the game. 8 black, nice. We'll take it. Thank you very much. 8. Last 2 numbers were even, so I'm going to go odd for 5 bucks. 8 and 18 were the last 2 numbers. I'm going to try and speed things up so we can get some more activity here. Hopefully you can see the numbers as well as I'm writing them down. But right now, all you've seen is some pretty negative stuff. So hopefully we can start seeing some positives. 10. We lose because it's even. And now we've got 2 black numbers, 2 even numbers. So now I'm just going to go high on the odd because we've got a tie. They're even and they're black. Whenever you got a tie, you go high and low. I've gone high because they're both low numbers. And I'm sure it's starting to make sense to everybody now. We're always moving, guys. The wheel can't figure it out, even though it's doing a pretty damn good job of taking my money. 33, nice, okay. It's a $5 winner, nice. 33, one's odd, one's even. So with that, I'm gonna go, let's have a look here. They're both black numbers. I'm gonna go red, 33. They've got nothing else in common because one's high, one's low. No ties here. All right, come on, let's give me some easy wins. I don't think I've had any easy wins yet. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's been a real grind. Not all the time does this happen, guys. A lot of times it's much easier. But I wanted you to see the worst case. We just win 5 bucks. Nice. 19. Okay, both 2 high numbers. So with that, and they're odd. So I'm going to go. That's a tie. So now we're going to go high low, and I'm going to come down the bottom. Whenever there's a tie, we always go high low. We do opposite to what we're doing. 19 was high, we're going low. And of course, if we lose this, which I kind of I wish we do, so I can go inside. The ideal is to hit it when you have to double up. That would be the perfect case scenario. 9, okay, it's a winner, and we'll always take a winner and be happy with it. 9, okay, 9 and 19 are both odd, so I'm going to go even, just like so. I'm kind of spinning fast, guys, just to try and get more activity going. 9 and 19 were both red. Actually, we could have very easily have done, yeah, there you go, odd. Sorry, guys. 9 and 19 were both red, and they're both odd. So I could have very easily have gone to the inside on that, because it would have been a high and low. Either way, we would have lost anyway. So that was a loser. And because the greens come, the greens don't change anything. They are just a loss. With that, you're allowed to go straight to a double up bet whenever you get the greens. Hopefully you don't get many of them, but they do happen. And as you can see here, we've had our fair share of numbers without greens. So hopefully we can get a even bet. Anything even. 30, even. And it's red. We love that. So that's going to be a winner. We'll be happy to take the $10. Thank you very much. And 30. So we've had two, let's have a look here, two red numbers. So I'm going to go black for $5. Nothing else is in common. So, because one's even, the other one is odd. One's high, one low. So we're just going to go black. We grind out the wins, guys. I know it's going to take a while because we started off really rough. And we've hit no jackpot numbers either. Boy, that is just, come on. 16, no big deal. Man, we've just been really kind of unlucky here. So with that, I'm going to get one opportunity to go double up. Put that one away. 16 was the number. Come on. Because we did one bet, I'm just going to do one more. 31 black. Love it. So that's kind of the judgment call you get to make sometimes, is to double up one time. Okay. That's a $10 winner. Love it. Thank you. So 31 is the call. Right. What else do they have in common? Nothing. One's even, one's black. Completely opposite. So with that, we go back to high-low. Because it was a high number, we go low. And of course, you know I prefer to do it that way because hopefully we get another big number. Then I get to go inside, and then hopefully we can hit a jackpot number. I find myself looking forward to going inside, guys. Not because of the money, it's more of the excitement of the game. 33, good. 33. So we lose $5, as you know, but whenever we lose a high-low bet, we go inside, just like so. And you know enough now that I don't have to say too much more about it. If we lose this, we get a chance to double up one time. Otherwise, we go straight back to the grindstone. Or if it happens, we go back to the grindstone. Sooner or later, you're going to get a jackpot number. Trust me. 27, just not now. So, and it's a high number too. We don't even get a chance to play it again. That sucks. So we lose $11. No big deal. We get one more chance to come back and do it again. And one more. Taking $4 and put it in my tray. We get one chance to double up, guys. And again, if it doesn't work, we move on. Hopefully we can get at least something in the 1 to 18. That will give us a chance to do it again, because it's essentially a push. You do lose $2, but it's enough that you can go again. Keep going until you get your 5 or 8. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Finally, we get a little bit lucky. We've had such a rocky road this morning, guys. So with that, let's see what we got. We win on that one, which is fantastic. We lose, lose, and lose those 3. But now we're going to get paid $34 over here. 10, 20, 34 on that one. So that pays for that. And then again, we're going to get 8, 16, 32 over here, right? 10, 10, 30, 32 for those corners over there as well. 10, 20, 30. So with that, let's come down and see where we are. Finally, we've had a little bit of luck here because it was pretty rough, guys. I don't mind telling you. There's my 80. Boy, finally, we're in profit territory for once. We've started out in rough territory. That's all profit. There's my $500 bankroll. Let's get back to it. 8. Okay, they're all black numbers, it looks like. One's high, one's low. Other than that, one's even, one's odd. So with that, hey guys, so I had to cut it off at some point because otherwise it was going to go on. I ended up playing for 57 minutes. And at the end of it, I was able to achieve the goal. But it took a while to get there. It's definitely a grinding strategy. But I wanted you to at least see the end of it. So what I'm doing is part 1, and I'll do a part 2 with the live content on the back end of that one, just so you can see both sides. But at least you got a chance to see the strategy really kind of have to work at itself. That was really tough as far as part 1, but I think you'll see in part 2 how it can come together really quickly, and you don't have to wait an hour to win 85 bucks, you know? So 5, let me make sure. Yeah, $86. So yeah, I mean, I'm still happy with that. Don't get me wrong, but it was definitely a really, really tough session. But I played this out many times live in the casino and had much better quick fortune. And as you'll see with the live content, how quickly it can be put together. And again, it's exciting to play. The whole strategy is exciting to play. So just kind of bear that in mind when you see part 2. All right? Thanks very much again, guys. See you on the next one.